Hello!
Kia ora! We've heard you're going to be having an operation.
Robots don't have operations. Our insides are different from yours.
Well, we know a cool human who's going to have one. Let's see.
Hey there.
Hi!
It's an exciting day today because today I'm going to have an operation. And I brought Jem with me to keep me company and to show her what happens. Okay, Jem, what happens?
Well, Ronnie, I think what happens first is you'll meet the nurse who'll be looking after you for today.
Hi Ronnie, I'm Nick and I'm going to be your nurse today.
Jem was right.
We've just got to do a few things before your operation today.
Cool.
Nick, the nurse, puts a plastic bracelet on Ronnie, which has his name and some other information on it. Now she's doing a few checks on Ronnie. She checks how warm he is by using a thermometer that goes in his ear. She measures how fast his heart is beating with this cool thing called a pulse oximeter. It just clips on your finger or toe. And so the doctors know how much medicine to give him. Nick then measures how tall and how heavy Ronnie is. Now Ronnie's getting his blood pressure measured. To do this, the band that goes around his arm will go tight and give his arm a little squeeze. He needs to keep his arm still for this.
Thanks Ronnie, that's all for now. I'll see you again soon.
Cool.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks. We did it.
Did it feel okay?
Yep, just a little squeeze for a couple of moments though.
Okay, now you get to put on some hospital pyjamas.
They have hospital pajamas?
Sure do.
The ones with the little teddy bears on them?
Maybe not.
Oh.
But they are very stylish. Yes, Ronnie is modelling the latest fashion for having an operation with this two-piece number. The top slips easily over the head and does up at the shoulders. The whole outfit looks great whether you wear it in the ward or the operating room and comes in cool coloured stripes which are very now.
Cool. Oops, sorry, that was my stomach.
It sounds like you're hungry. Have you eaten today?
Nope.
That's good, because they don't like you to have any food or milk for 6 hours before your operation. That's so there's nothing in your stomach and you're not sick during the operation.
Ah, good thinking.
Yep, and you might be allowed some water or an ice block closer to the operation if the timing is right. Your nurse will let you know.
Ice block? And I can eat after the operation. Hey.
Yep, of course, but that will depend on your operation and how you feel. Your nurse will let you know when the time is right, so you might get an ice block then.
All right, I'm liking this. Let's do it, Jem.
Wait up, there's still a couple of things to do. First up, Ronnie is going to get some special cream put on his hand that stops it hurting when a plastic tube goes inside his hand. Nice. And he's going to get a visit from the doctor.
Doctor? Where?
In 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hey.
I'm Dr. Halligan. I'm here to ask you a few questions and answer any questions you might have for me too.
Okay, Doc, but I've got to warn you, I can answer any questions you have for me. Sports facts, movie titles, geography, you name it, I know it. Hey, Jem. No? No. I knew that.
The doctor's asking Ronnie questions that are important for all the people looking after him to know. Things like, are you allergic to anything, or are there any medicines or foods that make you feel sick? Stuff like that. Your mum, your dad, or your caregiver can help you out with the answers if you're not sure. The last thing, the doctor's going to check Ronnie's heart with a stethoscope. And now it's time to get to the operating room.
Yep, Jem, let's do this.
You've got a special way of getting there. An orderly, who wears blue clothes, will take you to the operating room on a bed with big wheels. Your mum, dad or caregiver can come too.
All right, yes, I agree. We're going left. No, right.
The first stop is the holding bay, where your hospital bracelet and information is checked. This is where your mum, dad or caregiver has to put these shoe covers on if they want to come in with you until you go to sleep.
Wait, you're not my mum?
I know, I'm just showing everybody what they look like. Everyone has to wear these to help keep the operating room clean. And the people looking after you in the operating room will all be wearing blue clothes and caps on their head as well. Next stop, anaesthetic room.
And a whose room?
No, the anaesthetic room. This is where they put the plastic tube in your hand so they can give you the sleep medicine.
Wait, they're gonna put a plastic tube in my hand? Mm-hmm. Oh, really? I don't think it's a good idea, Jim. Oh, hey, look at that. They've done it already. I didn't feel anything.
That's the special cream, remember?
Ah, it really does work. Check it out. Didn't even hurt.
The doctor that does this is called the anaesthetist. It's their job to make sure you stay comfortable and fast asleep during the operation, but also make sure you wake up afterwards as well. Now, a bit of tape will hold that tube in place. And remember, if you've got any worries or questions, you, your mum, dad or caregiver just need to ask one of the doctors or nurses. They're there to look after you.
Wait, I've got a question. If I'm supposed to fall asleep, how come I'm not even tired?
That's what the plastic tube in your hand is for. The anaesthetist uses it to give you sleep medicine.
Nope, still wide awake.
There's also a special sleep medicine you breathe through a mask. I don't think he's wide awake now. Now that Ronnie's fast asleep, he'll be moved into the operating room for his operation. The doctor who will do his operation is called a surgeon. And while he's having the operation, the anaesthetist will be keeping a close eye on him. Soon enough, it'll all be over and he'll be moved into the recovery room. This is the waiting room, where parents and caregivers get to hang out while it's all happening. Don't mind if I do.
Here he is now. The operation is over and Ronnie is in the recovery room. Sharon is the recovery nurse who will look after him until he wakes up properly.
Oh, I'm ready for my operation now.
Oh, Ronnie, you've already had your operation.
Oh, I knew that.
When he is awake enough, the recovery nurse will ring for his mum, dad or caregiver or me to come and see him.
Hi.
Oh, man, that was really quick.
How are you going?
I'm good, James, but didn't you say something about a treat?
Oh, you must be feeling okay then.
Yep, sure am, but seriously, didn't you say something about a treat?
I don't think so. Maybe you dreamt it.
Oh.
Or maybe here it is now.
Ice block. Thank you.
I think you're good to go back to the ward now.
Choice. 2 more of these, please.
Now, depending on your operation and how you feel, you might get an ice block. If you don't feel like an ice block or if you need some more medicine to feel better, then that's okay too. Now, the recovery nurse here has just called the nurse from Ronnie's ward. And here she is now.
Good. So do you know Ronnie?
The recovery nurse tells the ward nurse how the operation went. Then it's back to the ward on the bed with big wheels.
All right, troops, let's turn right. I mean, left. That was cool. Can I go home now?
Not quite. When you get back to the ward, the nurse will do a couple of checks and you need to have eaten, had a drink and been to the toilet before you can go home. Then the nurse will chat with you and your parents or caregivers about when is a good time to go home. You might end up having a bit of a rest in hospital for a while, and if you do end up having a sleepover, your mum, your dad or your caregivers can stay with you.
I'm not going to need a rest, Jim.
We'll just see about that one.
But this pillow is super comfortable, though.
Now, this was Ronnie's visit for an operation, but it's different for everyone. To make something like this a little bit easier, you could bring your favourite blanket or toy or even a game. Some people like to ask a heap of questions and some people don't, but the important thing to remember is everyone is here to look after you and make your visit as good as possible. Just like Ronnie.
When you come to hospital to have an operation, a nurse will meet you to do some checks and find out some things about you.
You'll get to wear a name band and hospital pajamas.
And you cannot eat anything for 6 hours before the operation. You'll probably be allowed a drink of water up to 2 hours before your operation. Your nurse will let you know. But you might get an ice block afterwards.
You'll get some special cream put on your hands so it won't hurt when a plastic tube is put in.
And you'll travel to the operating room on a bed with big wheels.
A doctor called an anaesthetist will give you medicine to make sure you stay asleep during your operation and also that you wake up afterwards too.
Then you can rest back in your bed until you're ready to go home.
There are a whole team of people that will look after you while you are in hospital. Remember, if you're not sure about anything, all you have to do is ask one of the people around you. They're there to help.